Hey, I want to introduce to you a couple of good friends of mine. This is Larry and Daryl, and they're sporting the college shirts. Oregon. So Daryl, you an Oregon fan?
No.
No? Why do you have the Oregon shirt on, man?
This was a present that was given to me.
Oh, okay.
So
you wear the colors because it was a...
Yeah, and the people around here like Oregon. So
Yeah, okay.
Happy.
All right.
Make them happy.
USC?
Oh yeah, fight on for
Fight on.
the Trojans.
Yeah. Well, they
Come from Southern California.
You come from Southern Cal. Me too. Yeah. So, you know, pretty good rivalry there we got going on. SC, Oregon, but you know, I'll tell you what, right here, this is what I'm about right here. Boise State, baby. Boise State will kick both your fannies. And anyway, that's not why I introduced these two guys. I wanted to put testimony to home group ministry and what it really means to be connected and to be growing and to go. And so I thought we could just have a little informal conversation and ask you guys. I'll start with you, Daryl. How did you come to get connected with the Lord and with people here?
Well, kind of stumbled across the church. We were looking for a church that I wanted to get back to, for me, a spirituality. I had a God in my life through my recovery, and I kind of lost that connection and was looking to restore that connection. I came across River Valley.
But you didn't know Jesus at the time?
No, I had no idea about Jesus, and really just coming here to connect with the people and hear some messages. And
what'd you notice when you started coming here?
I noticed a lot of happy people, a lot of love. You know, a lot of people reaching out, welcoming me, and just making me very comfortable to be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then that was in church service, the bigger church. What about how'd you get connected into a home group?
Well, I was invited to a home group, and you know.
How did that happen? Like, what, did they call you or what?
No, I was actually asked at church here.
At church,
yeah.
Someone asked you. Okay.
Yeah, I had filled out one of the forms, but I was asked in church by somebody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what was it like, man? Did you come into a group? How did you come to get connected?
Well, I mean, at first I wasn't sure I wanted to go to the home group, and then I figured, you know what, that might be a good thing. We'll meet some people, and so tried that, and just kind of went from there. I had some wonderful people in my home group, and saw how Jesus was working in their lives, and it was like something that I wanted, you know. So I was just kind of learning from them. And reaching out, getting some answers, and never felt ashamed about anything that I would ask, because I was never feeling like I was judged by any of them, and they were just still are wonderful people, wonderful families.
Huh.
You know.
So the group was a safe place to ask some tough questions, basically.
Right, and I had a lot of questions because
Yeah.
I had very few answers.
Yeah.
You know, and those questions were welcomed.
Yeah.
You know, open-armed.
So after a while, you realized you need Jesus, right?
Yeah, definitely. That was where this was all going to, and you know, it wasn't too long. You know, after I was in the home group, it was, I think, 4 months later I was baptized, and that was 2010, January.
Awesome.
2010.
Awesome.
Gone through some changes in the people in the home groups, but you know, always remained friends with them, and just continue to come across awesome people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So Larry, how did you come to get connected? Your story's a little different.
Well, yeah, my wife and I are from Southern California. We moved to the area here 7 years ago as semi-retired. And we kind of looked around at some churches trying to get plugged in, and didn't find anything that we liked, and we ended up here at RVCC about a year and a half ago, and enjoyed it. Got invited to a home, and we enjoy it, and it's been a growing experience. It's good to be back plugged in, and it's good to be, as you say, connected, and it's been wonderful for my wife and myself.
So you were actually disconnected. You and your wife knew the Lord, but you were here in the community, not plugged in. So what kind of struggles were you having, not being connected?
Well, at first we tried, and then we didn't find anything, and then it just got easier to stay home on Sunday and Wednesdays and whatever. And I started to drink alcohol too much, and my wife and I kind of got into it a little bit, and things just weren't as it was in Southern California when we were plugged in there. So once we started to come to church here, it was a healing experience for us. And once we got into the home group, it was just a growing experience, enjoying the people that we have in our group. We share each other's ills and problems, and we pray for each other, and it's just been a wonderful experience for us.
So how does the home group really help you grow? Like, what are the things that you've seen change?
Well, first of all, it's been a long time, approximately 7 years, that I've been inspired enough to start reading my Bible again on a daily basis, and finding some new things, such as writing in the log. And I was here probably 6 months before I noticed that the little paper, the insert that you have on Sundays, has a study in there, which is done in the home group also. And I didn't know that because my wife would get it and she'd never let me look at it.
So, Daryl, how have you come to see the home group as a place that's really helped you grow?
Well, they've, number one, helped me learn how to pray. You know, I really didn't know how to pray before, and what to focus on, how to pray for each other, you know, and support each other, you know, through, like Larry said, through some of our difficult times, you know. Learning to grow through the home group. I mean, I've gone through some very, very trying times in the last couple of years, and difficulties, and I've got the support from my home group, you know, through the prayers. And you know, there's times when, you know, I could have gone another way and just withdrawn, but I wasn't able to do that. You know, people kept me connected, and wanted to make sure I was doing okay, always checking up on me. You know, and those were people that were close to me from the home groups. You know, we get together, you know, not just in church but afterwards. You know, so I had, you know, people concerned for me.
You know, we tend to think of the home group time as the important time, but you guys have both experienced opportunities for growth outside of the group time. What are some examples of that?
Yeah, certainly. The one example is just getting to know the guys better. Me living on the river, we're fishing. Yesterday we're having coffee with a couple of guys from the home group at the Dutch Brothers, and just being accountable for each other has been very important to us.
Yeah. How about you, Daryl? What have you seen happen outside group time?
Well, some of the things I've gotten involved with is just volunteer work, and through some of that volunteer work, I've met some awesome guys and developed some close relationships, and been able to spend time with them, and you know, and on a daily basis sometimes, you know, and learned a lot from these guys that have spent a long time, you know, with the Lord. You know, and also the reward of doing, you know, the volunteer work, how that, you know, is helping somebody and making me feel good by helping somebody. You know, it's just a lesson that I've learned here.
As far as the go, you know, connect, grow, go, you just alluded to that partly, Daryl, where, you know, serving and getting involved. And what are some ways that you've seen the home group do things together, you know, to serve?
Well, we've done it number one on Serve Grants Pass Day. You know, we've gotten together and done some work at the school, you know, or painted houses, you know, and the groups have, we've gotten together food baskets and had them, you know, taken to people, and besides that, I just say the prayers for people that have been asked, or, you know, upon our group to ask prayer for somebody that needed some help, you know, family members or friends, you know.
Yeah, and you were a part of Serve Grants Pass.
Oh yeah, I had a great time. I got a crew of all women, and it was fantastic. I mean, it was a great crew,
Yeah.
and we got a lot done.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of pain on us.
Have you seen new groups started out of the group that you've been in?
Oh yeah, I mean, well, we've grown. Our group has grown and had to split off several times, you know. And
How's that been? Has that been hard, or how's that gone? Or?
it's always hard at first, you know, losing that weekly connection with some people that you've grown close to, you know, and then having to get used to some new people and opening up to them, you know. But it always seems to work itself out. And,
Yeah.
you know, just get.
You know, it's understandable that inviting new folks can be overwhelming, you know, sometimes. What have you learned from, like, new people that you meet in the group?
The uniqueness of everyone. Everybody has their own problems, their own ills, and sometimes I start thinking that, like with this malady that I just had that you're aware of for this last month of my thyroid being messed up, some of the problems pale in comparison to some of them that are going on in our group, such as our female friend that her son had a heart attack, and he's only 18 years old. So, you know, another point that we can all get together and pray.
How's the young man doing? And that leads to another question about prayer and how you've seen
Yeah.
answered prayer in the groups.
Yes. Well, with the advent of the computer, you know, we're all so tied together so fast that we can keep track of what's happening with the young man's his health, and through prayer, we're all praying. I mean, the young man has come through, and I just thank God for answered prayer.
Awesome. Well, great.
You know, one of the things Larry was talking about, and this was as far as new people coming into your home group, and everybody's unique and has their own gifts, you know, whatever. It helps you realize that we're a lot the same too. You know, we all have the same fears and worries, and you know, that's makes you not feel so different, you know, and weak, whatever. We all doing that, you know, we all have those things, and supporting each other through that.
Yeah, we feed off each other's strengths.
Right.
And weaknesses, you know, we help each other in our weakness, you know,
Right.
by accountability and stuff.
Well, I want to thank you guys. I appreciate your friendship, and it really inspires me
He's in my group.
To see how you guys are growing. And last thing I want to say, most important thing, Bronco Nation, baby.